Hi, my name is Andrew Ferguson. I play second in Scorch Mesa.
So what are you known for?
Ruining friendships.
So if you're a new color in the crayon box, what color would you be?
Clear. I don't know. I feel like I'm really a transparent person.
What's the last thing you watched?
Brody eating breakfast.
What's your best memory from a prior game?
Brody eating breakfast.
So what's the game plan?
Get close with the people I need to get close to and make them feel interest.
What do you want to do?
Who are you afraid of?
DD Luke. And I'll take that to my grave.
If you had to say how you're gonna do today, how well do you think you're gonna do?
Very.
Like a placement, like what place?
I don't know. First.
Oh, so you're predicting the win.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
But if you don't win, who do you think will?
Kawasaki's got a shot. D. Luke's got a shot. Taylor's got a shot. I don't know. Not Emma.
How do you convince somebody to do something that they don't want to do?
Like that.
Okay. And what's gonna make you the sole survivor?
Gosh. I got these really nice running shoes.
I am Dee Luke, and I played in 3 prior seasons. I won 2 of the 3. Only reason why I didn't win the other is because my son in Sydney targeted me with an assassin twist, because I would have won that one too.
So, as being 2 prior season winners, what is your strategy today? Like, how do you predict you'll do?
I don't know. Everyone playing today is so good, so I'm really nervous about that. I've never anticipated a game. I've always been kind of thrown into the game at the last minute, so I thought a lot about it. There's no one that I'm particularly going after. I hope I can find a good alliance and stay true to. I'm still going to stay true to my game of not lying and telling the truth, but that doesn't mean I can't be sneaky.
With that being said, is there anybody you're afraid of?
Thomas.
Why?
Because he always comes after me, and I can't trust him.
All right.
And I've never played with Taylor, so that makes me a little nervous too.
Okay. Do you have a favorite or best memory from one of your prior games?
Probably the fight between me and Matthew, and then ultimately us joining forces and then winning the whole thing.
Oh, do you think that's gonna repeat itself, or?
I don't know. I don't know if that he would go for it again.
If you unfortunately don't win today, who do you think will?
Well, I don't know. Everybody's so good. Of course, I'm biased, and I'd like to see one of my kids win. You know, they're all really good players.
Yeah.
You know, but I hope if they do win, it's because they played a good game.
Now, playing with your children, do you think y'all will work together?
We
or?
never have worked together.
Oh, never have.
No. I'm open to it, but they don't. Nope.
I got you.
And I'm not opposed to taking them out.
If you were a new color in a crayon box, what color would you be and why?
I would be Costa Rican clementine.
Love it.
Little orange, not quite yellow, not quite red, just in the middle.
Beautiful. What was the last thing you've watched?
Big Brother last night.
How do you convince somebody to do something they don't want to do in the game?
Make them think it's their idea.
Ooh, diabolical. Thank you.
My name is Noah Fountain. My best placement is 4th in Freaky Forest.
What are you known for?
Not being able to finish a game. I've played 3 times, got 4th, 6th, and 8th. Made the merge every time, just can't finish.
But you're a new color in the crayon box. What color are you?
Lavender.
Why?
Because I'm going to beat who usually takes lavender. Taylor Luke.
What's the last thing you watched?
Survivor Samoa.
What's your best memory from a prior game?
The fact that I was going to win a game and I lost because I was spotted.
Next photo. We have a tie. tie, Alana. So Alana and Noah, you will face off in a challenge to earn your spot in the 5v3. So here's how this is going to work. This game is called Spot It.
Ladybug.
Correct.
Cactus.
Correct.
Clock.
Yes.
Glasses.
Yes. The person going home in 4th place is Noah. Sorry, Noah.
40 seconds.
All right, Noah. I'm sorry, but the tribe has spoken.
So what's the game plan?
To make an alliance with everybody and reassure everybody all the time and be Brody.
Who are you afraid of?
Myself. I'm the only one that matters.
How do you think you're gonna do today?
It's gonna go one of two ways. I'm either gonna get out first or second, or I'm gonna make a run for the line.
So if you don't win, who do you think will? How are you gonna convince somebody to do something that they don't want to do?
I have my eyelashes and smile pretty.
And what's gonna make you the sole survivor?
My camo hat.
My name's Adele, and I've gotten 5th place in Survivor Cape Mutiny.
What are you known for?
Sass, and some secret strength that people don't expect, because I'm a wee girl.
What color are you?
Pink, or like sunrise orange. No, that's too calm. Probably pink or lime green.
What's the last thing you watched?
That new movie, All the Boys I've Loved Before.
What's your best memory from a prior game?
Totally and forever will be throwing water in Emily's face.
What's the game plan, Adele?
You know, in my experience, when I try to make a strategy, it never works. So, I'm just going in the game. My strategy is to watch my mouth because that's what kind of is my flaw. Sometimes I say things that I shouldn't say.
Who are you afraid of?
I'm not afraid of him, but I'll say this forever. Every time I play, Taylor Luke is going down.
If you had to predict how you're gonna do today, how well do you think you're gonna
I honestly think I'm gonna do very poorly, but it's fine.
do? So if you don't win, who do you think will?
Taylor. I don't know. This is Survivor. It's a bit different.
How do you convince somebody to do something they don't want to do?
420. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know.
So what's gonna make you the sole survivor?
My charming charisma.
Good luck.
All right, Kyle Big Money Zappy. My highest placement was 4th place in Perilous F.U. Jord. And, yes.
So what are you known for?
I'm known for having no weaknesses, having all the strengths, and being the best player. And the only reason I don't get first every time is because I have pity for everybody else.
So you're a new color in the crayon box. What color are you?
I'm a new color. I'd say I'm gonna invent blue.
What's the last thing you watched?
I watched the sunrise. It was a beautiful morning. And I gave thanks to the lords that created it.
What's your best memory from a prior game?
Best memory from a prior game. I would say my best memory from a prior game was the amazing feeling I gave myself when I decided not to win, and to see somebody else take the crown.
So what's the game plan?
The game plan, I'm gonna see if I can win this time. I think I've been kind enough to let everybody win in the past. This time, I'm gonna just have some fun and just go ahead and win it.
Who are you afraid of?
Nobody. I'm afraid, if there's anybody I'm afraid of, it's myself. Because that's the only person I have to fear in this game.
If you had to predict how you'll do today, how do you think that is?
I think it'll be first or up.
Okay. So if you happen to not win, who do you think will?
Okay.
About how many windows are in New York?
How many windows are in New York? Like, I would say metaphorical windows, I'd say it up in the 3.4 million, but I would say actual windows, I'm gonna have to go with New York City or New York State.
Which, New York City.
New York City, 8 million people. I would say each person has about, let's say, 10 windows on average. So that add up to about 400 windows.
How do you convince somebody to do something they don't want to do?
You tell them.
Okay, and what's gonna make you the sole survivor?
It's gonna go down to a couple. I've been working on certain skills, like being better.
Okay, good luck.
Hello, I'm Matthew. Hopefully I look good right now. My best placing so far is second place twice in Lethal Lagoon and Isle of Deceit.
Okay, what are you known for?
What am I known for? Hiding the idol in a goldfish bag.
Okay. I can save somebody, right?
Yes.
I'm going to save Maddie.
All votes against Maddie will not count.
Wait.
Yes.
All votes against Matthew will not count.
Joanne. You can lie to Joanne, but you can lie to Matthew, but you can't lie to Joanne.
You can call me Joanne. Straight up. Don't lie to Joanne. You can lie to Matthew, but don't lie to Joanne. Are they voting off Matthew? I don't know.
I feel like people think I'm like a squirrel, like, very mischievous, so I would say maybe that I'm kind of a mess and all over the place, but I actually am very trustworthy. If you really put your faith in me, I will absolutely return the favor in some sort of way if I can. That's how I like to play the game.
What's your best memory from a prior game?
There's so many. I would say the vote where me, Ryan, Ani, Dee Dee, and Maddie were like out over there, and what happened? Basically everything canceled out to where I was safe, Maddie B was safe, and Ani was safe, and all the votes were either cast for me or Maddie. So there were 0 votes cast, so the whole rest of the people there had to vote for either Ryan or Dee Dee, and it was just crazy because Ryan ganged up on me, but then I was safe.
All votes against Maddie and Matthew will not count. I'll read the votes. First vote. Matthew. Does not count. Next vote. Matthew. Does not count. Maddie. Does not count. Next vote. Matthew. Does not count. Next vote. Maddie. Does not count. So we have a tie between Dee Dee and Ryan. One of you will be voted out. So, Ani, Maddie, and Matthew will all vote again between Dee Dee and Ryan. One of you will be eliminated at the end of this tribal council.
My heart is pounding.
Who are you voting off?
Don't ask me that. What?
Ryan.
Ryan? Okay.
Ryan?
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Y'all are gonna take me out.
No, not necessarily. You just saved me. Why would I take you out? Literally, you just saved me.
This Dee Dee has been so loyal to me. She gave me the idol. So I'm sure that she's staying.
The person eliminated from Survivor Lethal Lagoon is Ryan. I'm sorry. Good job, Ryan. Ryan, the tribe has spoken. Thank you for playing.
So what's the game plan today?
My game plan is actually going to be very different today, but similar. Like, I'm going to be like the fake bitch today. That's like super nice and like just the nicest person that you know. No one's going to see me as cutthroat. Hopefully. I want to just try to work up the game to where the best way I can. Just kind of, not have people expecting me so much, because usually people can anticipate my game like, you know, like the Taylor, Thomas, Lauren, they kind of know me and they know what I'm gonna do. So if I shake it up a little bit on them, it's a little different.
So who are you afraid of?
I'm afraid of Taylor, Thomas, Brody, Adele. Dee Dee, yes, but Dee Dee I want to align with, hopefully. So hopefully I don't have to be scared of her, because we had such a great thing going last game. So hopefully if I can like get in with her, which would be truthful, I would want to stick true to that. We'll see. That's the only person that I'm like wanting to work with right now, because I know that I'm not about to go around here and say, let me work with you, let me work with you, let me work with you, because that rarely works. So
If you had to predict how you're gonna do today, how do you think you're gonna do?
I feel like I am going to be out 7th. Like, no, not 7th. That's too generous. 9th. Like, I can
Like
feel
you'll get
that.
9th place?
Like 9th place. Which, I mean, I don't want. I'm trying to not have that happen. But I want to get to single digits, hopefully. Because, I'm not trying to sell myself short, but I don't want to bite myself in the foot, like the butt, and like over, you know, because like I feel like a lot of people are always after me all the time, so I have to always change it up. And I don't know, I'm just nervous for this game.
So if you don't win, who do you think will?
That's for me to know and you to find out.
How do you convince somebody to do something they don't want to do?
You make them an offer that they can't refuse.
And what's gonna make you the sole survivor?
My squirreliness.
Okay, good luck.
Hello, I am Jessica, and I was winner from Survivor Jungle.
Primitive jungle.
Jungle.
Primitive.
Primitive Jungle.
What are you known for?
In Survivor? I am known for being everybody's friend and just playing the game.
So you're a new color in the crayon box. What color are you?
Yellow, definitely.
Okay, what's the last thing you watched?
On Netflix?
Or anything, anywhere.
Oh, Sherlock. Sherlock Holmes on Netflix.
What's your best memory from a prior game?
My best memory from a prior game? Winning that auction whenever I won that gift card. And I bet against myself. I still talk about it.
Next up, we have a Carrabba's gift card.
This season of Survivor is sponsored by Carrabba's.
Okay, do we have any for 3?
I could take my not boyfriend on a date.
2, 1. Okay, Jessica.
You and
Jessica, you've won this game before, and you won a Carrabba's gift card before, so you've seen the 2 highest points you can get.
I have!
What's the next best thing? Like, what's your next step?
The next best thing, I think, would be to win among strangers.
Ooh.
Because the first time I won, I was up against people that I knew, up against people that I was safe with, and I felt security, not only, like, I felt security, like, going into challenges and coming out. I was like, well, I have my team. And so with this one, I really have to make new people, I have to make new alliances, I have to make new friends, and I think to win among strangers shows that I would be really diverse. Like, that goes for everybody. I'm sure, like, if they won among strangers, that would be...
So what's the game plan?
Come and make friends and have an awesome time. Drink a lot of coffee.
Okay, who are you afraid of?
New people.
Okay. If you had to predict how you do today, how do you think it is?
Pretty well. I'm thinking, like, higher mid.
How do you convince somebody to do something they don't want to do?
Give them a cookie.
And what's gonna make you the sole survivor?
Giving everybody cookies.
Okay, well, good luck.
I'm Christian Gary, and I played on Freaky Forest. I'm known for being very aggressive and yelling a lot and being very intense. So I'm gonna try to keep that down today.
If you were a new color in a crayon box, what color would you be and why?
Blue. Royal blue.
If you had to predict how you'll do today, how do you think you'll do?
Not very well. I think today's gonna be very hard for very big players. I think it's gonna be very intense right off the bat.
So you would consider yourself a big player?
Yeah.
If unfortunately you don't win, who do you think will?
Either Alex Zappi, Taylor, or Miss Didi.
How would you convince somebody to do something that they don't want to do in the game?
Not yell at them.
What is your best memory from a prior game?
Probably surviving the merge round when Maddie played her idol in Freaky Force. That would be definitely number one.
If anyone has a hidden immunity idol and you want to play it, now is the time to do so.
I do. Because I don't have pockets.
Alright, this is a hidden immunity idol, and all votes against Maddie will not count. I will read the votes. First vote, Maddie does not count. Maddie does not count. Trash. Next vote, Maddie does not count. Trash. Next vote, Maddie does not count. Trash. No votes yet. 4 votes left. Who's gonna go? Are y'all sweating? Next vote. Christian. That's 1 vote Christian. Next vote. Drake. That's 1 vote Drake. 1 vote Christian. Next vote. Drake. That's 2 votes Drake. 1 vote Christian. 1 vote left. The person voted out of Survivor Freaky Forest is Drake. I'm sorry, Drake, my chat was run out. Oh my god. I am. Wow. Alright, Drake, I'm sorry, but the tribe has spoken.
Who are you afraid of?
I'm afraid of the dual threat strategic players. So Matthew and Thomas would be my 2 biggest people that I'd be afraid of.
Gotcha.
They're really dynamic in their gameplay, and they can side with the girls and guys at any time, and everybody adores them. They're very likable players, and they're amazing in comps too. So those are the 2 people I'm most afraid of. So either I'm gonna have to target them or side with them. One of the 2. Can't be in the middle.
What is the last thing you watched?
Shrek 2.
Great movie. Cinema.
My name is Maddie Miller, and I have played in 3 different Survivors. Isle of the Seat, which shouldn't count because I did horrible. Mystic Tundra, and Foggy Bog. I'm most known for being a pretty strategic player. It was known by me and my allies that in Foggy Bog, that's the reason why me and my 2 closest allies made it to Final 3 was because of the strategy we implemented into the game.
Who are you most afraid of today?
Brody's always sketchy, so like just watch out for him. I've always wanted to play in a game with Miss Didi. I say that, but I'm also pretty nervous. Hopefully if I can get on her good side, things will work out to my favor.
If you had to predict how you'll do today, what do you think will happen?
Well, there's a lot of really good players here, so I'm not trying to expect anything too big. I'm hoping to make it to merge. That's my first goal. The best I've ever done in one of these games is 2nd place, so I'm hoping I can beat that today. That would be the dream. But fun fact, every Luke's game I've played, I've either done better or exactly the same as I have before. So that leaves me either to get 2nd place or win today. So keep that trend.
Do you have any plan to win?
Okay, well last game I came in with like a 4-part plan and it worked out pretty well. However, that season is like out on YouTube so people can see that strategy. So I had to change it up a little bit, but it's still a work in progress.
What's the last thing you've watched on TV?
Last night I was catching up on World of Dance.
If you could pick any new color, what would it be and why?
New color. So my 2 favorite colors are purple and orange, and I don't think you could actually mix those together, but if you could, and it would look somewhat decent, I would go with a mixture of purple and orange.
Beautiful.
I'm Alex Zappi. I've played 2 before. I forgot what they were. It was a good time.
What place did you come in?
On the first one, really low. On the second one, first.
Awesome. Now, what is your game plan today?
My game plan is to go heavy at first, kind of stand out a little bit, then kind of ease off into the background as the game goes on, and kind of blend.
Love it.
Let's see, I turn pretty quick, so you gotta keep an eye open for that. I don't really know if I'm known for anything though.
What is your best memory from a prior season that you've been on?
I guess pretty much anytime Brody loses. That's always fun.
The person voted out of Survivor Scorched Mesa is Brody. Sorry, Brody, you have been voted out. Come with me. Brody, I'm sorry, but the tribe has spoken. Does anyone have a hidden immunity idol that you want to use on yourself or others?
Ooh.
Okay, so all votes against Kyle will not count.
That's a lot heavier than I expected.
First vote, Kyle does not count. Next vote. Kyle does not count.
Oh, baby!
Kyle does not count. Next vote.
Damn, good call.
Kyle does not count. The person voted out of Survivor Perilous Fjord is Brody.
Oh my God! Kyle, you're my favorite player.
The person voted out of Survivor Perilous Fjord is Brody.
Oh my God.
Nice try, Brody. But
I got eliminated again.
Yeah.
How does it feel?
This one's not as bad. I kind of saw this coming.
2 votes, Thomas. And Brody will join Mr. Martin in the tiebreaker challenge, which is Jenga.
Like, I'm so done with you. I'm pretty sure you're gonna. Or no, are you serious? No way. No.
The person voted out of Survivor, Kate Mutiny, is Brody. Brody, that's 3 votes.
Hey!
Brody, the tribe has spoken.
It hurts a little bit every time.
What are you thinking, Brody?
Like we got a bunch of douchebags on my team. I'm just joking.
Are you afraid of anybody?
Not really. Maybe Taylor. I've never played with him before, so I don't really know how he plays.
So not Brody.
Yeah, right. Brody. That's cute.
How do you predict how you'll play today?
I think I'll do pretty well. Hope if my plan works, everything will be okay. But we'll see. I mean, there's a lot of really good people playing today, so we'll see.
Now, if unfortunately you don't win, who do you think will?
It could be anybody's game, really. Maybe Taylor. I just don't know how he plays yet. Thomas, too.
Okay. How would you convince somebody to do something that they don't want to do in the game?
Haven't really thought of that. Hopefully I was just thinking I'll tell them to do something and they do it.
How many windows do you think are in New York City?
How many windows in New York? I'd say about 420.
Yeah!
Yeah!
I'm Lauren. I've played in a bunch. Okay, Survivor-wise, I don't really remember. I played in Scorched Mesa. I've played in like a bunch of games, but I haven't played in so long. And so I'm excited and nervous, terrified, but it'll be fun. I'm so excited.
What are you best known for?
Getting second place and not winning. So let's change that today.
What is your game plan?
I don't really know because this is Allstars and it's terrifying. My main plan, ooh, my shirt's everywhere. My main plan is to just kind of like lay low at first, like, you know, because these are Allstars, like, but like, you know, form good bonds, just like be nice to everybody to where I'm on no one's radar, I'm not a target, I'm not a threat, I'm not an aggravation. Just kind of chill, and then once merge comes, play hard, because sometimes I have a bad habit of still just like flying under the radar too much, but I'm going to try to play a little harder today and not freak out, so.
Now, is there anybody that you're afraid of?
All of them.
Oh.
But in a very respectful way. They are all phenomenal players, and so I'm scared of all of them. I have no idea what their plans are. I'm sure they have something up all of their sleeves. So it's going to be a task to try to read all of them.
Now, if you don't win, who do you think will?
I haven't thought about that. I mean, like, I want to say, like, Thomas and Taylor always have a good shot, but it just depends on if people, like, actually, like, put their foot down and be like, hey, let's get them out. But honestly, any of them. Like, oh, Dee Dee could for sure win. Oh, my God.
I need to get like good with her because otherwise I'm out.
What was the last thing that you've watched?
Probably Big Brother, Thursday night.
Great
Yeah.
episode.
It was a good episode. It's thrilling.
Okay, so imagine you're a new color in a crayon box. What color are you?
A new color?
A new color. So what are you and why?
Oh, I'm not creative. Something of the yellow. Oh my goodness. Something of the yellow fam. Because
Love it.
I like to think that I'm bright and that, but I don't know. I'll think of a name throughout the day of a clever new yellow tinted color and I'll let you know. Something yellow and fun and bright.
How do you convince somebody to do something that they don't want to do in the game?
Sweet eyes, nice talk, guilt tripping.
Ooh, watch out for her. All right, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Good luck.